Well, it's come from a long line of finance and M&A related roles throughout the entirety of my career. From early days as an investment banker, principal investing, management consulting, and then now here at Intiva, I'm fortunate enough to now be in my second stint as a corporate development leader, working for businesses that are private equity backed, looking to execute on a roll-up strategy, which essentially just means looking to buy a whole host of companies in a fairly finite period of time and generate incremental and exceptional value on the basis of those acquisitions. Well, it's hard to point to just one single thing, but I think two of the biggest components to it is the high degree of recurring revenue that comprises your revenue profile for a business. That makes you particularly exciting and compelling as a selling business and an interest for a lot of buyers, especially those who are already familiar with that in the industry, but also for those outside of the MSP world that are intrigued by the constant level of revenue that can come in on the basis of how this business operates. So that's probably the biggest driving factor that really spurs the activity here in the space. A couple of things. Obviously, global talent, you can take advantage of difference in time zones so that you can serve your clients on a 24/7 basis, follow the sun type model, so you're not having to call on individuals in the US at 2:00 in the morning if something goes awry. But then also, the practicality of it is that resources can be less expensive in locations abroad, and companies that are seeking outsized financial profile or financial returns for their business can take advantage of that cost differential from the talent, because I think the important thing to acknowledge in our space is that even though technology is what we provide, technology is what we serve, it is the cornerstone in which we operate, we are a services business. Services means we are, that is a significant human component, to what we offer. It is your largest expense, as you're seeking to grow and build your business. And so if you can figure out ways to optimize that, that can generally be to your benefit. Yeah, Sunny is such a well-known presence in the industry. I think I got to first meet Sunny a couple of years ago at an industry conference, and just hearing about the work, his journey, his story, what he and Cam and the whole IT by Design team have been able to build over these years. It's been a compelling place and a compelling individual to get to know better. He's very well connected and well established within the industry, and I think so much of anything as in the world in which I operate in M&A, it is so relationship driven. You're not just making a transaction, you're not just going to the store to buy milk. You are thinking about transacting on your life's work, your entire business, and so you want to do so with people that you know, trust, and respect, and being able to foster those sorts of relationships is tremendously important. And Sunny obviously has a huge cachet in our industry and is held in very high regard. And so when he makes an introduction or he speaks so generously and highly of me, it's a tremendous honor. So I think the biggest thing about attending this conference and why I spend a lot of time here or at other industry events is about education and awareness around the activity and what's happening, the ins and outs of M&A. So as an MSP owner, you are solely focused on building, growing your business, serving your clients, growing and developing your employees, but you may not be as focused or aware of what's happening from an M&A perspective. And that's where I get to come in. It's what I live and breathe every day. And if I can help raise the awareness, raise the education level, even slightly, then I consider that time well spent. And so there's a huge education element that's sort of a key draw to coming to events like Build IT Live. But then also there's an opportunity to meet and network with either existing colleagues in the industry, make some new friends, new colleagues, and maybe even find some interesting businesses that might be worth exploring from a potential acquisition perspective down the line. Yeah, so I think what's been interesting and what's started to happen of late, and I think this trend will only continue to accelerate, is the fact that there is mergers happening at all sizes of business within the MSP industry. So whether you're a $500K or $1 million revenue business, you're a $10 million revenue business, or $100 or more $1 million business, there is M&A happening at all levels. And I think that trend will continue to accelerate as the education, the awareness, the value creation potential, that information dissemination continues to accelerate through the industry. I think that'll be a key thing that we'll continue to see. And then we started out talking about how attractive this industry is with the recurring revenue perspective. You're going to see more and more people try to come into our industry who have not previously been involved in the MSP space. Investors wanting to come in, others who see that attraction of our practice, not just from the recurring revenue perspective, but from the criticality of the services that we offer to our clients. You've got to keep stuff up and running constantly, all the time, 24/7. And that sort of requirement of this industry and what it provides means that whether the broader economy is up or down or whatever might be happening outside, there's always going to be a need for what we provide to our clients. And so I think that element to it is also keenly attractive to companies. What's been interesting is that we are a services business, meaning that we want to serve our clients. We want to close as many tickets as possible. We want to be as efficient as we can be in delivering valued service to our clients. And AI, I think, can do a tremendous job of helping to do that. We've already started to see some efforts where you can help with, prompting responses to tickets that come in, or prioritization of tickets, or helping service technicians have greater amounts of information at their fingertips automatically as they seek to serve clients, to help from an education perspective, to make sure you're addressing the ins and outs of the finance clients that you're serving or the healthcare clients that you're serving. So I think just that ability to do our jobs better and serve our clients better and more effectively, I think that's really where AI can drive efficiency. I don't necessarily think of it in terms of we can do more with fewer people. I think it's more about being able to do more for our clients with the same number of folks. So we can close more tickets on a daily basis. We can have higher CSAT scores day in and day out. We can, accelerate the growth and development of our technical talent so much faster by having AI at our disposal. So I think that part of it is really the exciting piece of it when it comes to AI. It takes investment, it takes time. Everyone's still trying to figure out exactly how it can play out, and I think some of the larger organizations out there in our space are really trying to be at the forefront of this curve. I know for us at Antiva, it's been an area of tremendous focus and investment for us over 2024 to really figure out ways in which we can deliver service better, faster, smarter, more impactful to our clients, and for it to be a great experience for our technical talent as well.